The Twisted Bow is currently by far the most expensive item available on old school RuneScape today, meaning only a small percentage of people can even afford to buy this weapon. However, people are losing billions by selling it wrong and also devaluing the item itself. When an item is so superior like this and worth over max cash, people should not be dumping it in the Grand Exchange. It's like party hats on RuneScape 3. If you go to the Grand Exchange, it will tell you they are worth max cash, but in reality, some of them are worth up to 4 times that. It's funny too that nearly every image of someone with a twisted bow or someone getting one, they have blared out their username for obvious reasons, and that is hackings. Many times in the past, people have been like, oh yeah, just got third age in a clue. Guy's got a 2 bill bank, the next day saying his account's being compromised. Now, I'm sure the Twisted Bow within a few days will be selling under max cash because of this happening over and over, and eventually it just becomes the norm because no one is holding the bow for the real value it is, standing there and actually trying to sell it for a good price. And I get what's happening. People are completing raids with their team and they are thinking, wow, I would take 2 bill all day long. So they split it between them, they get a few 100 mil each, and it really makes sense to just do it quickly and efficiently. They don't want to wait around or say, yeah, let's just try and sell it for the next few hours. They want to get back into raids and just take what they can from it. What really surprised me though was the fact an Iron Man got a Twisted Bow within the first day, and interestingly on that same post all anyone was talking about was cars and real world trading. Now we all know trading and Iron Man don't go together. They are restricted from doing any trading, but they can drop trade. And everyone was like giving this guy advice saying, yeah, just cash it out, bro, just to take the 2K. And people were talking about different types of cars you should go for. And it kind of made me laugh. And at the same time, it made me realize how apparent this all is. And in that same day, there was a big debate going on one of my videos. And I basically am open and honest about this subject, and I would like to clear this up once and for all, so people understand that since RuneScape began, as long as the trading system is allowed and people can freely do it, there will always be a value for it. It just depends how many people are interested in this gold, and who isn't interested in RuneScape Gold as a RuneScape player? Every single person is. That is why they play the game most of all, because they want to build the bank up, they want to add to it. And I made the point that each day when we wake up, we have the choice. We either do 10 hours as Ulra, for example, and make 10 mil, maybe 15, maybe 20 if you're very lucky, or you go to work for a full day, you come home with the money you make, and you give that money to a Chinese gold site or whatever you decide to use. Not all of them are Chinese, and a lot of them are American based in fact, and a lot of the suppliers are just normal kids across the world giving to these Chinese sites or American sites, and then you take it from them. So all these gold sites do is literally middleman a service so that you don't get scammed from fucking Joey who's 13 in high school in America, if that makes sense. So I said, if you go out to work and come home and spend that money, you could get 100 mil. Let's say you make $100 from the work you do. I don't know what job you have. I used to know a guy who used a site called RS Boost that doesn't exist anymore, and he had a very, very well-paying job. He was making 4 to 5k a month, which is 4 to 5 bill 07 GP. Could he make that per month playing the game normally? No, he couldn't, but if he goes out and works, comes home and spends it, he could. He obviously didn't need 4 or 5 bill, but he just obtained hundreds of mils really quickly and then had fun with the game. And that's the choice some people make. Just a quick look here at why this bow is so valuable and what is so good about it. Besides not having a special attack, you have plus 70 range bonus and plus 20 range strength. Fairly rapid bow as well to use, and all it really offers is what you really want from a bow, which is strength and accuracy together. And as I say, against targets with higher magic levels, it does more. Against standard monsters, I'll be honest with you, this bow isn't anything special at all, but it is really good against Dagonoths, God Wars Dungeon, you name it, raids. These are places, where people can make a lot of money. So therefore, it's a wanted bow. As you can see here, the crystal bow, higher range strength when it's fully charged, higher ranged accuracy. So you would think, whoa, what's that all about? But it really makes a difference with this magic bonus. As an example, if you went up against the Dagonoth Prime, which has a magic level of 255, this will give you a range strength buff of 217% and a range accuracy buff of 142%. So your range strength would quite literally double and more. But then again, as we said, it has adverse effects against monsters who have a lower magic level, so you would underperform the bow's potential, going below 100% if you went up against a weak monster. That sums up the Twisted Bow. We've spoken about a lot of things, and in terms of where I see it being valued at, I think it will always be a couple of 100 mil. Anything which has the best use in the game, especially against something which is very profitable, there's always a lot of people fighting over it. And again, it's quite rare. It's like getting an Elysian Spirit Shield, a Corporal Beast, you could say, although I'm not sure of the drop rates of getting it at raids. That's all for now. I will catch you guys in another video soon. Goodbye.